In this video, we are going over a secret technique that you can use to get what it is that you want. It doesn't matter what it is. This law of attraction technique is proven to work. It actually has a name. It's not like a woo-woo. It's this. It's named after the person who discovered it. We're going to be going over what it is, how you can apply it, how simple it is. And I call this a secret technique not because you couldn't find this information, but no one's looking for it. No one's teaching it despite how powerful it is. So that's coming up next. Hi there, my name is Dave and this is HeartSpace if you're new to the channel. And on this channel, almost every single day, we're releasing videos to help you live life more in your way. And to me, that means helping you to live a more fulfilled life, filled with more awareness to help move you up the consciousness level scale. And again, if you want videos that are gonna help you do that, hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so you don't miss any videos that we release. Now, again, today I wanna go over a technique that really is going to help deliver over time anything that it is you want. Now, if you're put off by the over time part of that sentence, you have to understand that the process of life does take time. And if you are trying to rush things or you're trying to get things instantaneously, super quick or whatever else it is, besides maybe just trying to move into a feeling, then you're doing it wrong, so to speak. You're not working with life, you're working against it. And when you work against life, you're of course going to get the opposite of what it is you truly want. So this technique I have been doing now for a little bit. And it has been working wonders in my life. It has become one of my favorite techniques. I do it for at least 10 minutes a day, so it doesn't take that much time. But I also will sometimes do it throughout the day to do what's called reorientation. So if I feel my energy is getting a little lower, my consciousness level is getting a little bit lower throughout the day, I will go back, do this technique for another 5 to 10 minutes and it shoots it right back up. And if you've heard some of the other videos on my channel, you'll understand that when it comes to manifesting, the most important thing you can do is feel good now. And this technique is not only gonna help you do that, it's gonna help you rewire your subconscious. So what this technique is called now is this right here. So I'm gonna pronounce this name. I think it is Baudoin. It's a French name. Charles Baudoin is the person who came up with this technique. I believe he was a psychoanalyst, psychotherapist, something like that, a very, very good one. I believe in the 1800s he was born and he died in the 60s. I thought his name was Baudoin at first before I knew he was French. I looked up the pronunciation. It's Baudoin technique. And that's what this technique is called that you're going to be learning about and I'm going to show you how to do. And it's super, super simple. So we're going to go through this very quickly. And now before we go through this, the thing you have to understand is, again, Baudoin did a lot of research, used this on a lot of different patients. And there are many people who worked on things like the subconscious mind, hypnosis, and similar things so that that would teach these techniques to their clients with great results. So there is the evidence of this working. There are the people who have used this to great effect. So it will work for you if you do it as well. So at least test it out before you dismiss it if you're planning on doing that. So first and foremost, like with most things that you're gonna do to influence your subconscious, you're gonna need to get yourself into a sleepy state. Now, what this really means is you're getting yourself into theta brainwave states. Theta brainwave states is when you've slowed your brainwave states down to a point where you're able to influence your subconscious mind. And that's a sleepy state. When you're falling off asleep, you're moving more into that theta to hopefully delta brainwave state. This is an actual thing. You can look it up. Your brainwaves change based on the state that you're in, and based on the emotions you're experiencing, based on whether you're more in the conscious or subconscious mind. So you want to get into a sleepy state. That is the first thing you do. So when I do this technique, what I do is I do a lot of deep, slow, deliberate breaths. I do at least 10 to get myself into that theta state. I also will listen to theta music. I just type in theta music on YouTube, put in some headphones so that I can't hear anything else, and allow, again, music that calibrates at theta, which is I think like 2.5 hertz to 5 hertz or something like that. So it helps get you into that brainwave state. You're pumping that into your head through the earbuds. And I use the first one that comes up. It's like 8 hours long. I think you're supposed to use it while you sleep. But I do that. I play that, take the deep breaths to get myself into a sleepy state. Next, you are going to condense the idea you are going to try and impress onto your subconscious mind. So what have been doing this for is for my body, is to heal my body. Because I have some injuries, some past things, a lot of other things going on. And so I will use this to impress the idea of health and harmony in my subconscious mind. And I tell you this because every single time I come out of this, I feel so much better. I've had points where I've gone into the meditation with aches and pains in certain parts of my body. I'll come out 10 minutes later with those aches and pains gone most of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time, I will actually come out and be like, wow, my knee's feeling a lot better. Wow, my shoulder's feeling a lot better, or whatever it is was hurting me. And so, you don't actually even need to understand why it works. You just need to be aware of the idea and then reap the benefits. You don't have to understand how electricity works, for example, to reap the benefits of having light in your home. So you condense the idea. So for example, mine might be, my body is in perfect harmony with infinite intelligence. And infinite intelligence, you can use any word you want. And that's just something I use because in the book I read, it gives that example. And I will literally have this affirmation condensed into, my body is in perfect harmony with divine intelligence or infinite intelligence. And I will sing this to myself like a lullaby. And so what you do when you sing it to yourself like a lullaby, you actually make it more likely that your subconscious is going to pick up on it and it's going to root in your subconscious. So now your subconscious takes that idea of, my body is in perfect harmony with infinite intelligence. So I'll sing for you, I'll just go, my body is in perfect harmony with infinite intelligence. And I'll just repeat that over and over again. Now, I know to some of you that might sound a little strange, but you're actually, if you do this and you do this 100% to the best of your ability, you are going to start feeling some interesting things. You're going to start feeling your body actually respond to this lullaby that you are singing to yourself. Again, it could be any affirmation. Let's say what it is you want is more money. You want to change your wealth mindset. So you could lullaby, for example, something about wealth. You could say, every single day in every single way, more and more wealth is coming to me. So you would sing it like a lullaby. So every single day, you could just, whatever it is. I'm not going to keep singing for you, but you only get that once. But you basically will sing this softly, quietly, and slowly as a lullaby. And your subconscious mind you're now in this sleepy state, meaning you're in theta or close to it. You're listening to theta like I suggested you do. That's not what they give, but also when this technique was invented, they didn't have that technology yet. So I would assume if Baudoin was alive now, or Dr. Joseph Murphy was now, they would absolutely be like, yeah, listen to some theta waves or some theta music while you do this, because it's only going to help you get in that sleepy state. So you do that. Condense your information, your idea or affirmation. And again, guys, when you condense your idea or affirmation, this is specific to you. So whatever words you use, they mean something to you. So for example, I might say, my body is in perfect harmony with infinite intelligence. Let's say that I say, but you look at that sentence and go, I don't really know what that means. It doesn't mean much to me. So you wouldn't use that. You could just say, my body is as healthy as it can be. That could be the one that represents the thing that looks like health for you, if that's what you're going for, or riches, or wealth, or relationships, whatever it is. It could be you want to attract the perfect partner into your life, and you go, the perfect partner specifically for me is being attracted to me, or whatever it is, right? But you're going to condense the affirmation into basically 1 or 2 sentences. Don't go too long. This is something you're going to repeat over and over again. And for 10 minutes, you are going to do it as a lullaby, slowly, quietly, and this is the most important part, guys, feelingly. When it comes to the law of attraction, when it comes to your subconscious mind, it reacts and responds to feelings, to emotions. And so if you're singing it slowly and quietly and you're just like, da, 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 you're not going to get into the feeling you need to be for your subconscious mind to pick up on this. The universe speaks in energy. Emotions are energy in motion. And so there needs to be feeling when you do it. Really try and feel your body changing. Feel the energy flowing through your body. Feel the changes in your body. And if you actually come in with the intention to do that, you will. So what I want to do now is I want to actually read the passage from the book I got this technique from. It won't take long, but he explains some of this stuff so that you know I'm getting this from a book on the subconscious mind by a renowned researcher in this field, Dr. Joseph Murphy. Again, he's not alive anymore, but he was an expert in this field. I'm going to read the passage where he goes over the Baudoin technique. And yes, I literally had to read the room because I forgot I was going to do this in the video. So I'm going to read this out to you so you have a little more information, background on this technique. But again, guys, this will only work if you apply it. So hopefully this will give you that even more incentive to apply it. So the Baudoin technique. Charles Baudoin was a professor at the, I can't pronounce the institute, Roséau Institute in France. He was a brilliant psychotherapist and a research director of the New Nancy School of Healing. He discovered that the best way to impress the subconscious mind was to enter into a drowsy, sleepy state or a state akin to sleep. So remember, that's getting into the theta waves, in which all effort was reduced to a minimum. So you're not forcing, you're flowing, not force, flow. Effort is reduced to a minimum. You're not straining. Then the idea can be conveyed to the subconscious in a quiet, passive, receptive way by reflection. As Baudoin explained, a very simple way of securing this impregnation of the subconscious mind is to condense the idea, which is to be the object of suggestion, to sum it up in a brief phrase which can be readily graven on the memory, and to repeat it over and over again as a lullaby. And so he then goes and gives an example of someone who used this technique, who he worked with, who used it to great effect. And essentially, this client he had used it for 10 days, every single night for 10 nights. She sat in an armchair, systematically relaxed her body and entered into a sleepy state. And once she was in the sleepy state, she would affirm slowly, quietly, and feelingly the statement, "It is finished in divine order," which again represented a very specific thing for her. And then basically this very difficult thing that was happening in her life, on the 11th day, she woke up with a sense of well-being and a conviction that it was indeed finished. And she got the call where the thing that she had wanted to happen had happened. And so, guys, that is the power of this technique, the Baudoin technique. Again, on this channel, I want to be giving you tools, techniques, ideas that are going to help you. This is one you can put into application. Some of you might have a bit of reservations about doing a lullaby, but just go into a room by yourself, whatever. Again, it's not that big a deal. You don't have to be a good singer. I'm not particularly a great singer. It doesn't really matter. You're just going to sing that lullaby to yourself, again, with that condensed idea. And I do this multiple times a day, like I told you guys, and it changes my state within 5-10 minutes, like just amazingly, so quickly, and it just works. So the Baudoin technique, guys, again, let's recap very quickly. Get yourself into a sleepy state. You can use the breaths, listen to the theta waves. I should have written that on here, but I didn't. You have your condensed idea. Obviously, before you go to do this, have the idea that you want to use. You're going to sing it like a lullaby, the idea, once you're in that sleepy, drowsy theta state, and you're going to do it slowly. You're not rushing. There's no rush here, guys. You're doing it for 10, 20 minutes, however long you want to do. So, it's not about how many times you get through the whole affirmation. You do it slowly, which is going to help you with the feeling, by the way. When you do it slowly, energy slows when you move slowly, quietly, and feelingly. So it's a lullaby, guys, but it's like a whisper. So, you're going, "I am so grateful and happy now." Whatever it is, in almost a whispery lullaby type way, like you're trying to sing a lullaby to a baby. You're not screaming a lullaby at the baby. You're doing it in a nice, gentle, soothing voice so that the baby can fall asleep. So that's the way in which you want to sing this, and the way in which a lullaby is supposed to be acted upon or supposed to be performed. So guys, that is it, the Baudoin technique. I really hope you will apply this. Again, you have nothing to lose by applying it. Give it a shot. Just do it for 10 minutes, see how you feel, see if it's something you want to take on board. But I can almost promise you that if you do this and you do it in the manner that I've told you here, do everything I did here, and you're starting to feel better after it, that you're going to start getting results in the physical world. And again, it can only work if you actually apply it, guys. I can give you the ideas. I can show you the stuff. You can even do some more research on it if you want. But at the end of the day, you actually need to do it. So hopefully those of you who are watching, at least some of you will. Thank you for tuning into this video. I'll be bringing you many more techniques to help you in many different ways. That's what this channel is all about, giving you stuff that helps you live life in your way, help you live a fulfilling life, all that. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks once again. As always, I love you, and I will see you in the next one.